Theo, when you were injured and Turnage took over, you pretty much mentored him through the week. What led to that? Is that something that somebody did for you? Is it something you've done before? Talk a little bit about that.
I mean, once I found out that I wasn't gonna be able to play, I kind of just took that role of just like showing him like what to do and how to do it, because he's still kind of young and he doesn't really know everything about the position. So I just met with him every day just to tell him the ins and outs of every position. Got him on film of what they're gonna do and like the different things that they'll show us. But as far as like somebody showing me, when I first came in, my kind of like mentor was Emmanuel Mosley. So I kind of gave back what was given to me.
Theo, when you all went back and watched the film, what do you feel like you all need to correct from the Ole Miss game going into the Alabama game to make sure Bryce Young doesn't run around like Matt Corral?
I just feel like it's just pass rush lanes, because we had him covered in the back end. It's just small things that we got to take care of in the front seven, and then once he does break, we got to tackle him better, because we miss a lot of tackles in back end on him.
And then you as a DB, how frustrating, annoying is it when you have a quarterback like that, and you kind of got to be aware of a receiver, a tight end running a route, but you also have to account for a quarterback potentially taking off.
It adds to the level of stress every play, but when you have trust in your teammates, you have trust that they'll do their job while you're also doing yours.
Eric and then Vince.
How much confidence are you guys gaining? Each game, each week as a defense overall.
Oh, we're gaining so much confidence. With just film study, because this whole year, like, this is the most film I've like seen other players watch. Like, because every day, like, a different DB is hitting our phone. Come on, let's go upstairs and watch film. Like, I've never really seen that, so it's kind of like surprising to me. But it's also like encouraging to know that like we've kind of changed the culture here, and it's just like exciting to be a part of.
Theo, 101 plays running against your defense, and you probably weren't on the field for all of those, but you were all 101.
All of them.
Is that the most you've ever snaps you played in a game?
Yeah, that's the most.
It didn't seem like you guys were wearing down. Does that speak to the conditioning and off-season work?
Oh yeah, that's definitely speaking to conditioning, and then in like the spring, the summer, and the fall. With the spring, we're going against our offense every day, so we're getting used to that speed. And then in the summer, our conditioning, and then in the fall, going against our offense again. It just kind of prepared us for going against offenses like that.
Jake and Austin.
Theo, Tyler Barron spoke earlier this year about how you guys are just playing harder this year. With that, and guys wanting to get in the film room more, what do you think it is about this culture change that makes guys just lean in more and want to get better in those ways?
I feel like that's like a credit to like the leadership, because we take so much heart in this team, and like we just try and pour our souls out to our team, like just giving our all every day. And then I feel like the younger guys are seeing that, and then they're starting to do the same thing that we're doing. So I just feel like the leadership has been a big impact on that.
To piggyback that, do you think the last 55 seconds or whatever it was the other night is a perfect example of how far you guys have come? To have the delay that you had, all the stuff that's going on around you, you get a 3 and out, and then the offense comes, the special teams and offense come right back down the field, and you had a chance there 3 seconds to go to potentially win the game.
I just feel like that's just like us just having the will to win, like, because we knew that the game wasn't over, so we just tried to fight for every single second and defend every blade of grass. It's just like the way that we've been practicing.
Patrick?
Yeah, kind of keeping on with the talk about the change in culture. How much did you kind of take it upon yourself being a fifth-year guy coming back this season, given all you've been through? How much did you kind of take it upon yourself to kind of help do that for the program, and is that maybe what kind of spurred you on to kind of do what you did with Brandon last week?
With me being the oldest, I've seen a lot, so I just feel like that I have to, step up my game while also, being there for the younger guys. So with me, I'm usually like a quiet guy, but now I have to, step into that leadership role of being like the more vocal guy, being like the more being the guy who can lead by example, while also, you know, like correcting it if anything's going wrong. So I just felt like that was like a big part of it.
How tough was that for you to kind of, I don't say come out of your shell, but be more that vocal guy?
It really wasn't that hard. But I mean, it was kind of, you know, like weird at first for me. But as I've seen like the guys like respond well to it, then it kind of made me gain more confidence with doing it.
Instant Adam.
Kamal hadn't made his debut. What did you see specifically in how he played?
I love the way Kamal plays, man. So much energy, and everybody knew that he didn't play much, but I told him like, yo, like just look at me, I got you, like, cause I study so much, you know what I'm saying, so I can tell him like what's coming and what to look out for. So I was really just out there helping him out, and then he just, you know, took it and, you know, played well for the snaps that he had.
Theo, some coaching staffs are harder verbally on guys, for better or worse. Others are sort of a lighter touch, more teaching, less yelling.
Mm-hmm.
Where does this coaching staff come down in that range, and how does that fit y'all's personalities?
I mean, when Coach Hype first got here, his thing was like positivity. So it's really more teaching and less like, you know, screaming and yelling. So I think everybody responded well to that, because they don't want to go be somewhere where they're getting cussed out every other day. You know what I'm saying? So it's really just slowing everything down and actually teaching them, and then them understanding it better.
Wes.
Theo, one of those times that, you know, Matt Corral was able to kind of bust through there and leak out for some of those runs. How much of that was MAs or lack of awareness, and how much of it was just a kind of a special player making plays?
I feel like most of that was just a special player making plays, because most of the time the DBs we were in man coverage, so our backs were turned, and then that was just him making a great play, because we didn't have very many busted coverages or MAs on the defensive side, so that was just him like being a good player that he is.
Jimmy and Jake.
Theo, it's been a while since Tennessee beat Alabama. What's the mindset of Tennessee going into this game?
I mean, we all know what type of week it is, but I mean, we're still gonna attack it the same way, no matter who we're playing. I mean, yeah, they have good players, but we also have good players too. So it's really just, you know, same thing. Film study, just knowing every call, knowing what they're gonna do, and just, you know, going out there and playing, because we don't really care, you know, who's on the other side. It's really us against us.
Theo, you've spoken before about kind of your football IQ and just your film study. What have you seen from Alabama's receivers, from Mechie, from Williams, that you kind of lent to other guys in the secondary about what they can do and what you've seen from them?
Obviously, you know, their offense feeds on big plays, and then they have some players on their team who can, you know, take the top off of defense. So I really, you know, just got known to them about, you know, knowing where they are, and then they also have players who, you know, can, you know, wear down the defense, like the running back. Like he's a really big guy. So, you know, like 4 quarters of that, you know what I'm saying? Like we just got to keep on hitting him every quarter, because, you know, the bigger he is, you know what I'm saying, he can wear on you. So it's really just knowing where the speed guys and, you know, the better guys are on the field, and then, you know, keeping up with them.
Jimmy, you had a follow-up?
Theo, one of the things that Coach Martinez said was the defense is playing hard, aggressive, doing a lot of right things, but they need to play smarter. Do you see evidence of that, where you need to play smarter?
Yeah, it's really just like small details, like the small things. Like I think Ole Miss game we had like where a receiver cut down the split, and then we have to put up our antennas and see that, but we didn't like see it. So I think it's small things like that we have to play smarter to know what's coming.
Thank you, Theo.
Mm-hmm.